This is your girl Inga, and welcome to my kitchen one more time. I'm so blessed. I'm feeling so blessed for this day. I'm up, I'm alive, I'm well, and ready to go. How are you feeling this morning? Anyway, today your girl Inga will be working on making her chicken back and peas, black eyed peas soup. In my previous video, I showed you how to corn your chicken back. Yes, corn my chicken back, meaning preserving the back of the chicken with salt and spices. So you could go back to my previous video to see how we corned the chicken back. So from that chicken back, like I had promised, I'm going to use some of it to make some black eye pea soup with my chicken back. Now, when I eat black eye pea by itself, especially with rice, for some reason, if I eat it by itself, it leaves an aftertaste that doesn't sit well with me. Now, some people will enjoy it, and that's okay. I respect that. But I like to put a little flavor in so I could digest it. So I realized that when I do any salted or smoked meat with the black eyed peas, it blends so well, guys. So well. And I love it. And I hope you love it when you try it too. So let's get right into it. Let's see what we need for our black eyed peas and chicken back soup. And for those of you who have something against chicken back, I don't. Just respect us who do, all right? We have no qualms. We're grateful for chicken back, you know. So let's do our thing. What do we need for our corned chicken back with black eyed pea soup? Here I have my all-purpose green seasoning. You have seen the recipe, or you can see the recipe for this all-purpose green seasoning in one of my previous videos. I have a pepper, hot pepper, that I'll be using. Scotch bonnet is usually my favorite. I have bay leaves, and I'm going to use like 2 bay leaves. And for the green seasoning, I'm going to use about a tablespoon. I'm going to put some during the boiling of my peas and some with when I add my ground provisions to my soup. Here I have my Maggi seasoning, powdered seasoning. I have here my chicken back that you've seen in my corning ware here that we did together in our prior video. Our corned chicken back. Let me open it. That's it. You could see the pimento seeds, you know, and the cayenne pepper. That makes it look a little extra red. We're going to need our black eyed peas that I had soaking overnight. We could add a little chicken noodle to our soup mix. We're going to have onions. I've already peeled. Garlic. Hot pepper again. Alright. And here I have some dumplings that I have made previously and frozen. And yes, I'm going to do a video showing you how to make your dumplings and freeze them. Because in the diaspora here, we have a lot to do and very little time. So you could make your dumplings ahead of time and freeze them. I have my yams that I have peeled and frozen. Yellow yams are most preferable. And I have here a few pieces of white yams. Yes. And that's basically what we're going to use for our soup today. If you're like me, I don't like to see my soup white. So to give it a little color, you may add a little sazon, or you may add a red color bean, a little red color bean. It doesn't have to be the dried ones. It could be the box one or the canned ones. All right, guys. Now, you may say, but wait a minute. How is it you're making soup and you're putting all these ground provision and dumplings here? Well, if you're from the Caribbean, you know, like me, I'm from Jamaica. Most of us, and I didn't say all, most of us put ground provisions, dumplings in our soup. Although soup is a liquid meal with vegetables, we do not, guys. You know, if you differ, let me know. We in the Caribbean and some parts of the diaspora, we do not cook our soup without some kind of solid. It could be yams, it could be dumplings, and even noodles. The pasta noodles, yes. I'll do a pasta noodle soup for you one day. It's really tasty. So what I'm going to do here, guys, I have here boiling in my pressure cooker some water. I'm going to add some more water from my kettle. Yes, some more water. And I'm going to make sure my pressure cooker has at least almost half, half with water. And I'm going to add I've washed my black eyed peas. That's been soaking. Put them in there. Spin. All right. And I have here, for time, concerns, I have already washed my chicken back. My hands are washed. Yeah, that's the chicken back right there. Now I'm going to wait for my black eyed peas to boil. When I see it bubbling, then I'm going to add some cold water to it. We call that sinking. You see those ones on top? I'm going to let it boil. And when it starts boiling again, I'm going to pour some cold water on top of it, and all the pea, or most of it, will sink. All the beans will sink. Now, once it sinks, I'm going to add my chicken back. Then I'm going to cover my pressure cooker and let it cook for like 30 to 45 minutes. If you like your bony meat really soft, then you go 45 minutes. If you don't like it really soft, where it almost just breaks away in your mouth, then you do 30 minutes, or 25 minutes, because what I'm going to do, guys, I'm cooking my beans and my chicken back separate. Why? For time concerns. So I'm going to have my pot here with my beans going. Then I'm going to have another pot here with my ground provisions, and then I'm going to put them together and let them simmer. Here I'm adding some hot water to my other pots while I'm waiting for this to start bubbling, boiling. Always, when you're making your soup, it's a suggestion, always make sure you have your kettle with hot water, just in case you need more water. To my pot of beans, I'm going to add a whole onion. Stripped it. I'm going to drop it in there. It's going to melt away. I have my garlic. I'm going to put my garlic pieces. I have here about 5 cloves that I've pressed. I'm going to put it in my pot. And I'm going to put this little pepper in there, removing the stem. If you don't like a whole pepper, put a piece of pepper, guys. Okay? And I'm going to let that boil. And once it starts boiling, I'm going to sink my beans with some water. Oh, I forgot to add my bay leaf, my 2 bay leaf. My bay leaf is a little crushed. I added my chicken back. That's my bay leaf. My chicken back add pimento seeds. So I will not add extra pimento seeds because it's already in there. When I cured it, when I corned it. So I'm not adding extra pimento seeds. Alright, so I'm waiting for that to start boiling. Now to my pot here, I'm going to add my dumplings. Dumplings. Guys, I wouldn't suggest adding any salt until you combine everything together. You combine everything. Sorry for the repetition. And because remember, you have soaked your chicken back in salt. You have cured it with salt. So you don't want it to come out having too much salt. So midway cooking it, you may taste to see if you need more salt. So here I go. My ground provision and my dumplings are going to cook in that. I do them separately because of time concerns. Now, usually I would wait for my beans and chicken back to cook before I combine everything, you know. But I do them separate, then I put them together. Here's my chicken back. I'm going to add it. See how this is boiling right now? I'm going to give it a little stir. This is what I was waiting for. And just stirring it sinks some of the ones on top. But by the time I add some cold water, most of them will go down. So I'm getting my cold water. See, most of them gone down now. When I add the cold water, just a few may stay on top, and it's going to go down eventually. Yes. Now, it's time to add my chicken back, because my peas have already sunk in. And what you see on top there are my bay leaves. Here are my chicken backs. And I'm going to remove some of that water because I think it's a little bit too much. When I add my chicken back, it makes the water level go up. So I'm going to remove some of this. And I don't have to throw my water. I'm going to add it back to my soup mix later. As a matter of fact, I could just add it here. I could add it here to my provision pot. Here. I'm moving that extra water to my provision pot. So it has that flavor from the chicken back. So this is good. Just at the level where the chicken back is. Water and the chicken back is on the same level. Now I'm going to close my pressure cooker. Okay. Guys, I'm going to cover my ground provision pot and my dumpling pot. Now I'm going to close my pressure cooker. You have to be careful when you're using a pressure cooker. Make sure this is on properly. Then I'm going to close it like so. And I'm going to move it to the back burner. It's the safest way to go. Whenever you're using your stove, if your back burners are available, use them until those are filled, and you use the front burners. So I'm waiting. I'm going to wait about 20 minutes or 25 minutes or until cooked. When my fork runs through the ground provision easily, then I know my ground provision and my dumplings are cooked after about 10-15 minutes. Now for the beans, I'm going to give it 30 minutes to 45 minutes. My beans and chicken back. I like my chicken back soft, so I could give it to 40 minutes. I like it almost melting in my mouth because it's really bony. So you want it to be, I want it to be soft. You could stop it where you think it's good enough for you. So let's wait, guys. So my ground provisions are pretty much cooked. My dumplings are cooked. I'm just waiting. So this yellow yam, you know, those little marks you see on there, sometimes when you don't get it immediately from the ground, it comes with those spots. You can just cut them out. Sometimes you don't even see them till the hot water hits them. Now for the pressure cooker, my chicken back and beans are still cooking. I need maybe another 15 minutes. So let's just be patient. We're gonna combine them, you know, and if when we combine them the consistency is not thick enough for you, for me, then I'll add some box red beans that will give it, make it a little thicker. That will make it a little thicker. Or here I have some red beans in a box that could give it color. Or I may just, if the consistency is good enough, I'll just add some Sazon for color. These are the ingredients I have not yet added. My all-purpose green seasoning, my Maggi, a little chicken noodle, and something for color. Could be some red beans, or it could be just some Goya, Sazon Goya. You could blend out the red bean, or you could just add it. You know, whichever way you choose. I'm not blending mine. If I'm using it, I'll just add it. I'm just waiting to see what it looks like when I get done. Okay, guys, my chicken back is all done. Look at here. When I take my fork and I stick it, the meat just comes off the bone. This is how I like it. Now I'm going to combine my dumplings and yams are done. I'm going to combine the two. My beans and meat. Yep. When I tasted it, guys, it has just about enough salt. So I'm adding about less than a quarter teaspoon of Maggi. Because remember, we had seasoned, we had added spices to our chicken back when we were corning it. You know, I'm adding some chicken noodle soup mix. Just about a tablespoon because it has enough salt. I don't want it to get too salty. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of green seasoning. Tablespoon of green seasoning. As I need color, so I'm gonna add some Sazon. I need color. My soup is at the consistency where I think I need it. I know. I let it boil a little longer so some of the beans would melt away in the liquid, and some of the starch from the yams, especially the white yam, would melt off into the liquid. And now my soup is not too thick or too thin. It's in the middle. It's between a broth and a soup. You know, a thick soup, that is. I don't like when it's too thick. So here we are. My yellow yam, my dumpling, my beans. And of course my chicken back is almost melted. That's how I like it. You know. Yes. You can hardly see any bones. Yeah, a few pieces. It's all melted. That's what I'm talking about. Now we're going to get ready to plate. 3 more minutes and we're ready to plate. Everything is together. Okay, guys. This is our finished product. Our corned chicken back with black-eyed peas soup. Yes. Now, if you're like me, who can't have the dumplings, maybe other family members can, but the dumplings, you know, I could taste it, but it's too much starch for me, being a diabetic person. So I have some multigrain crackers on the side that I could take the beans and the soupy part, the liquid part, but I stay away from most of the dumpling, the yams. So I have my crackers, my multigrain crackers on the side. Yes, it's time to taste. You know, the proof is always in the pudding. Uh-huh. Yep. Guys, my guys. They said the proof is in the pudding. This is not pudding. This is our chicken back with black-eyed pea soup. The proof is right in there. And without further ado, I'm going to be tasting my soup. I'm trying to get a little bit of everything. A little bit of chicken back pieces and some black-eyed peas with some of the soup liquid. Mm. And then when it's nice, you go twice, even thrice. Guys, that taste is out of this world. The the cream from some of the black-eyed peas, you know, that melts into the liquid, and the chicken back that's, you know, so soft that it's melting in your mouth. It's a beautiful combination. Um, it tastes so good, guys. Words. I don't know. You have to try this, and guys, you gotta try this recipe. And when you try it, tell me what you think. You know, let me hear from you. And if you have some suggestions, what I could do to make this greater, you know, let me know. Guys, thank you one more time for taking this journey with me in my kitchen. Your girl Ingasworld need your support, guys. Please. I would like to get to my first 100 subscribers. Right now I'm at 73 and your support is needed. So please, guys, don't forget to like, share, and most of all, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You would be surprised to see how fast we get there. You know, um, like I always say, walk good, live good, love God. Put a smile on someone's face each day, whether you're doing um, something for them to make them smile, or telling them something nice so they could feel good inside and it would shine right outside. You see, like I always say, when you smile at the world smiles back at you. Love God, live good, walk good. Inga loves you. Can't wait to see you in my next video.